Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Energies of the Week. I tried to go live a few seconds ago or a few minutes ago and it wouldn't let me, but it seems to be working now. I hope you are all well. It's Monday, the 19th of May. Olin Jennings here, the spiritual guide and empowerment coach, coming in with the cosmic energies for this week, beginning today, the 19th of May, until the 25th of May, which is Sunday. So I hope you are all well, and I hope that you've had a good weekend and you're raring to go for the week ahead. So, as you know, I come in with this kind of summary of what is likely to be happening in the skies this week to help us navigate the week so that you can understand perhaps how you're feeling or use the energies to your advantage to take the action that you need to take in your life, because we are all affected by what goes on around us and what goes on in the cosmos, whether we realize it or not. But given that you're watching this, I'm sure you do realize it. So this is also another big week. If you remember, last week was a big week cosmically. Few things happening. Gemini season begins this week, so that means we move more into the energy of change and growth and taking action. It's a lovely fresh energy. We're being asked to continue with the work we started last week, so making the changes we really want to see in our lives. And we may be faced with the uncomfortable, showing us, if we haven't got the message yet, showing us what it is we do need to change or what would be beneficial to change for us. We also have a big shift on Sunday, I believe it is, when Saturn goes into Aries. It's going to stay there, I think. It's the beginning of a new 29-year cycle. I'm not going to talk about what is it you want to achieve in the next 29 years, but you can, if you want to, you can think of it like that. When I think of 29 years, I realize how old I will be if I'm still here. So I'm just going to think about, what I need to do, what I want to bring into my life over the next weeks, months. And then I think that the years will take care of themselves, right? What this does is, I think the last time Saturn was in Aries was 1996 to 1998. Might be interesting if you feel drawn to see what was going on in your life at the time. Aries is, very, go-getty. That's an official term. Go-getty energy. Wants you to lead, wants you to go first, wants you to really succeed, whatever success means to you. But the other thing is, it's saying to us, we are responsible for our own lives. Now, I know you know this, but we can't rely on anybody else to sort our lives out. We have to sort them out ourselves if they need sorting, of course. And we need to take full responsibility for how we act, for our values, and this includes, the way we talk to ourselves as well. And I really feel what's coming in is like you need to master, or we need to master our own destiny. So it's almost like there's no more excuses and there's nowhere to hide with this energy. So I'm feeling personally, and I'm sharing this with you because if I'm feeling it, then some of you are probably feeling it as well, that now is a good time to really get clear on, so if you're running a business, for example, on what you want to bring into your business, what new offers do you want to make it feel. For me, it feels like this is a good time for me to review my offers, tune into what's working, what's not working, and refining them, maybe making some new ones which feel more in alignment with who I am and what my clients are looking for. I also feel in my personal life that it's time to, well, I've been doing this already, but it's really time just to look after myself. Lots of self-care, compassion. What do I need? Tuning into myself more often rather than, worrying about everybody else first. Because, you can't expect people to treat you the way you want to be treated unless you show them how you want to be treated by the way you are with yourself. So that includes like catching the negative thoughts. That includes, not being so hard on yourself and bringing in more self-care and more compassion. I think the quote that we shared this morning was all about nourishment and nurturing your body. It's not just what you put into your body sort of from a food point of view, although that's important. It's also about how you talk to yourself. All right. I feel like some of us have been waiting for a sign. Some of us have been waiting for something to change before we take action. But again, that means we're looking externally for something to change, where actually what needs to change is internal. And the desire to create the change has to be there. If the desire isn't there for whatever reason, then you're going to be swimming upstream, right? So in some ways, maybe, what you're focusing on is not the right thing for you. Because that's the other thing. I know personally I have lots of ideas all the time, but some of them wouldn't do anything for me, right? So, and sometimes that's procrastination or putting something off. So how about this week you really tune in, you really listen to yourself, you really listen to your intuition. There's a really good energy this week for really daydreaming as well, and visualizing your future and then taking the action steps to get there, or working out the action steps to get there. But you're not going to get there overnight. And the card that came up today from my deck is patience. Okay. So the other thing about this energy this week is that you may have ideas, you may want to set things in motion, you may want to get to an end goal really quickly in a specific way. But what I'm being shown with this card actually, and generally, is that it might not happen in the way that you visualize. And it might not happen exactly as you want it. So what I mean by that is what you think you want might change slightly this week. Okay, so be patient with yourself as well, because I feel like a lot of you are coming from the thinking mind and the logical mind, whereas we need to be more in our intuition, in our hearts, in our gut. Really, as I say, as I've been saying for weeks now, and many other people have as well, it's really time to get out of your own way and not overthink, and to really feel into what feels right for you. Okay, things are changing in the world massively. You know this, you can see it, you can feel it. And the only thing we can trust is ourselves, and our discernment. This is really important. There is so many mistruths out there, from the media, from social media, and it's a minefield, isn't it? So the best thing to do is see what feels right for you, and to stop looking for outside validation and outside approval. You get this lifetime once, right? So what is it you've been wanting to do? Because I can feel this for me, and perhaps I haven't worked it out yet, but I can feel there's something that I've been wanting to do, or would be good for me to do, that I've been putting off, because either it feels too hard, or because I'm thinking, well, I'll do it eventually, or I'll do it when the timing is right. But actually, the timing is now. That's what I'm being given. So stop waiting. Having said that, if you're anything like me, you'll say, okay, I've stopped waiting and I'm going to take the action. But this is also saying, okay, that's a great first step, but also trusting that the universe will deliver what you want. Yeah. And maybe not in the way that you think it's coming. So, trust is important. I really feel like anything is possible. And you'll be shown the steps you need to take this week. The more that you tune in, not tune out, tune in. Okay? So let's bring in my guides, although I feel like they've been talking through me already, and see what else they have to add to this. And at the same time, I'd love you to let me know if you find these energies of the week useful or not. If you don't, then I'm going to stop doing them. If you do, then I'll carry on. It's as simple as that. There's a few of you that very kindly engage with them, and I know you find them useful. But then I'm here to help you. But at the same time, if these aren't helpful, then I'm not doing my job. Okay. Right. Bring in my guides. Oh, I feel like there's a change of the guard here. Some of the guides coming in, maybe. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you. All right. So Olwen is getting her groove on here, asking you whether you find these broadcasts, if you like, useful or not, and why not. There's no point her doing them if they're not useful to you. So do let her know. All right. Owen's already said quite a bit. So it's more of the same from last week. And if you haven't sort of taken the nudges and the hints from last week, and you haven't made the changes or let go of a certain way of talking to yourself, or let go of a relationship or a job, or whatever it is that you've really been coming up against, then this week you've got another chance to do so, because you don't want to take that old energy with you into the next cycle. All right. So we feel that this week you'll be shown again what really isn't working. So something's going to happen where it'll be slap bang in your face that it's not working. So what we mean by that is, if it's a work situation, you'll really feel, I'm not in the right place, this is not working for me, or somebody at work will say something to you. It's just really be listening out. And the same in a relationship, same if it's a relationship issue. Also really notice how you're talking to yourselves, and be kinder and more compassionate. Because it's all very well for us to say, do this, do that, and the energies are suggesting this, but actually, it takes courage to really step into your trust, your intuition, your higher self when making decisions, rather than your logical mind, which you've relied upon for, as long as you've been alive, probably, right? So patience, as the card suggests, is needed with yourself, we feel, more than anything. Okay. And just because you decide to make the change doesn't mean it will happen immediately, or the results will happen immediately. Okay. But the great thing is, once you've brought the awareness to wanting to make the change, and you've started to take the action steps, then the universe will see that, your guides will see that, and they'll all step up to help you and support you. All right. It feels scary. We know change feels scary. Quite often, many people want to decide to stay where they are because it's comfortable. Well, actually, it's uncomfortable, but they're comfortable in the uncomfortable. But is that really living? We want to ask you that. Is that really living? Some of you, we feel, are not taking life on. You are just waiting for tomorrow or waiting for this or waiting for that. And the time is now. We have a lovely energy with the Gemini season coming in, which is all about change, growth, and really heading more towards the summer, really bringing in ideas as well and clarity. Okay, and we feel this week you will get more clarity, you will get more ideas, but as always said, tune into them to make sure they're the right ideas for you at this time. All right, and we say tune in, as Owen said, don't tune out. We reiterate that because tuning out means you're listening to outside sources, and that is not necessary anymore. In fact, we would say to you don't, because a lot of the information being sent through is not reliable. Okay. And then yeah, we have this push. Some of you by the end of the week may be really feeling the push to make the changes, which is great. Remembering to be patient as well with yourself. And at the weekend, we have this movement of Saturn into Aries, which is all about taking action and being the leader and being who you want to be in your life. All right, so if you want to take on something new but you've been putting it off, if you want to change your job but you've been putting it off, if you've been wanting to sort out your relationships but you've been putting it off, now's the time to do that. You don't want to take stuff that's not working into this next part of your life. All right, really, you don't. We want you to feel like you're living. We want you to feel like you can trust yourself. We know things are tough on your planet right now. There's lots of conflict. There's lots of change. And that can feel unsettling, to say the least. And especially if you tune into those energies, because you'll feel it, especially if you're an empath. So what we would ask you to do is to tune into yourself more. Not ignore what's going on in the world, but don't take it all on. It's not yours to take on, really. Okay? Get back to basics. What does that mean to you? Get back to basics. Really taking care of you and those that are important to you. Okay? So do these things. Trust in yourself, you've got this. Trust that the universe has your back. And if anything comes up this week which you have been avoiding, then you know that that is the thing that needs to move and shift in its energy in your life. All right? So we hope this helps you. And we hope that you have a really good week. Okay, so I hope that made some sort of sense. I keep getting the words, you are the master of your own destiny. And I know that requires courage, and resistance may well come up. I also feel that these things take time, which might be why the patience card came up. And that's all right. The point is not to put things off. Especially if they're slapping you around the face. Okay? So, I hope you have a good week. You know where I am. If you need further clarity or guidance, you can have one-to-one sessions with me where I can channel the energies through for you, where I can channel guidance and clarity. So you're getting that from the divine. We can do Akashic record sessions. We can do galactic sessions. I also have my Spirit Guide hotline where you can send in questions. do Empowered Path readings with my cards, and soon I'll be offering soul plan readings as well, because I've now become a soul plan practitioner and it's very exciting. So take care, and I will it's Bank Holiday Monday in the UK next Monday. I'm not sure whether I'll channel next Monday or not, but I would be really interested to know if you find these videos useful. Okay, I'd really appreciate that feedback, because I am wanting to only do things and deliver things that are making a difference. All right, take care for now. Bye.